Coming up, salvage yards and junkyards are dying out.
I sold 3,000 cars.
That dog knew when to wake up.
3,000?
3,000 cars.
Knowing the owner of a closed junkyard is one way in.
An old Chevy there.
Sold out and retired, but
66 Caprice.
see, many of the yards that seemingly go out of business, well, they didn't get rid of the really old cars and the really good cars. They kept them in their private stash.
Years I fell in love with them and brought them home with me and put them away and took care of them.
Like this 34 Chrysler Airflow. They hold back some of their favorite parts, too.
Oh, this one cool here.
Maybe you never negotiated price at a salvage yard back in the glory days.
Do you know what them's worth?
You just got to know where these out-of-business private yards are. Eat a little breakfast and ride along with us.
Tell me about what cars we're going to find there, Michael.
Bunch of junk lowriders. Right, Eddie?
Can't get serious over breakfast. That's Michael Lightborn, the well-known old car hunter. That's his son, Tony. That's Eddie, another friend, and Joe.
Come on, Turbo Eddie.
We were up at a man's junkyard about a week ago in Roswell,
Yeah.
and I saw this thing here, and
No telling what thing you'll find in the junkyard.
Can you just show me that building we were talking about where the aliens were operated on?
And I'm not talking about the aliens for sale in the store windows downtown Roswell. Old junkyards were wondrous places where you found mostly old cars, but the owners, they would buy just about anything. Like,
Robert Jenkins. I had A1 Auto Salvage for right at 30 years on North Brown Road.
I mean, it's probably just an old
Just an old
building, but
building, yeah.
these guys wrestled engines out of wrecked cars. They were a tough breed. You learned sooner or later, this is the guy that could get you out of a jam and get your car back on the road.
so this is the building right here.
This is the building right here. That I was told that this is the building that they took the aliens, two bodies to this building right here. It had windows.
This number right here was on it.
Yeah,
That's 307.
307.
So that's probably the documented building. And
I think it is, yeah. That's
if you
what I've
read-
been told.
We're going to walk in there later and look around. And then you can tell me if what I recorded was paranormal. This first yard doesn't belong to Bob. We had several to go to.
Is this the D500?
Michael was really interested in this old station wagon. Let's see what kind of a deal he could make on this old car.
It's cool because it's a 9-passenger.
You're in a junkyard with no book in front of you. Do you know the model year? Can you assess the condition, the originality, and fork over real money for this car? Oh, and watch out for snakes.
It's a Sierra. It says Sierra.
So, a 59 Dodge Sierra, a D500.
Is there a little door on that pipe, like for the spare tire?
Yeah. It's gone, and there's some rust here.
Yeah, they all rust out.
Michael even knows about the little door in the rust areas on these cars.
No, that's buckled too. That won't open.
Huh?
That door won't open. It's buckled. It's got air conditioning register in it.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Did some checking when I got home. Near as I can tell, just 30 of these built.
There's a door right here for the back.
It's got a roof rack.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
There's that door that goes on the bottom. It's all rusted, but
Oh,
at least
okay.
it's a template to build another one. All of them are rusty. If a car's outside, it can be rusty.
Yeah.
And see if you could open the hood.
Yeah.
The hood would not open, but the original engine and drivetrain were there. Okay, so how much? Well, first we got two more of these baby boomer wagons. The make and model should look pretty familiar. There's that Sierra badge on the rear quarter, but follow that trim up the side, and no D500, we got this custom badge. That tree indicates this car's been here a while, and those wheels are dug pretty deep in that desert floor. Got the same front end as that last Dodge, so we're looking at another 59 model here. This hood wouldn't open either, but we're told the stock drivetrain's all intact. Did you know Dodge put Sierra station wagon fenders on one of their pickups in the late 1950s? What did they name this stylish little pickup slash car? Was it A, El Mirada, B, Swept-Side, or C, Crusader? The answer coming up, and you can click on this link for the fascinating history on this very unusual Dodge. Okay, here's another boomer wagon in the junkyard. What? But this is not a Dodge, it's a Plymouth. What year is this? Hey, look at that old square steering wheel in there. Part car, part jet. Remember when you get in the car from the back? Okay, so the price for all three wagons, the Plymouth, a 60 model, the 59 D500, and the 59 Custom is $6,000? No sale. It would take $8,000 to buy these three station wagons. Next up, a 34 Chrysler Airflow. When do you ever see an Airflow 34 model in a salvage yard? Stay modern for years? Well, they're pure Art Deco today. 4500 was a little bit more than Michael wanted to pay. No engine or transmission. That's all the further he would come down on it, and had to leave it sit for right now. Tony bought a few antique signs,
What they find over there now.
which his dad got a big kick out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's too hard for me to get over there.
Uh-huh.
Take a picture of that Studebaker, that little two-seater one.
I'm on it, man. A two-seater and a Studebaker. But wait, this is no Avante. Whole front end clip gone. About a 62 to 64 Gran Turismo Hawk. These were beautiful cars. Nice lines in that hardtop to resemble a convertible. And man, this thing's been severely picked. Makes you wonder why they left this air conditioning unit. Otherwise, not much left inside. Makes sense in an old yard like this where decades ago this Studebaker was a parts car. Eddie found some parts he wanted to buy from Bob.
Oh, this one cooler here.
Maybe you never negotiated price at a salvage yard back in the glory days.
Do you know what them's worth?
Of course, a very difficult question to answer. But today, a computer would find out in an online auction.
Yeah, from 2 or 3 different cars. And that's a Hudson sun visor.
Guys like Bob know parts because they're the ones that manhandled them off the old cars.
These are both universal sun visors.
This one I would like it for parts.
Yeah, it's got $50 worth of parts on it.
This is the way it was
Because to straighten this out,
before computers took over.
I've got sun visors that needs these parts. I can't just sell it because it's junk. Yeah, I'd take 50 for that one. I wouldn't take 50 for that, no.
will you do 100?
Yeah, I'd take 100.
Okay, so what are we at? 1, 2, 350?
Yeah.
So, what did Dodge name their stylish little pickup with Sierra station wagon rear fenders? The answer is B, Swept-Side, produced from 1957 to 1959. This is a 58 model. Nobody jumped on this 65 Falcon 2-door hardtop, or to the right, a 50s Willys Wagoneer. A 32 Ford Coupe would be a major find.
Oh, I think I see it over there.
33, isn't it?
Probably. Yeah, I told you 32, didn't I?
Yeah.
I believe it's a 33.
Boy, he can spot them, can't he?
Yeah, threatened to scrap it out, but the one side is still good,
Yeah.
and it's got some good parts, but it's junk.
Yeah.
The body is.
Okay, was that thing wrecked at one time?
I don't know. I got it out of a dump. In this yard next door, second door, used to be the city dump, and that's where this car was, and it was burned. You know, they used to burn the trash.
So somebody just took it to the dump.
Yeah.
Let me call Chewy. I don't want anything. I mean, it's too rough for me, but
Chewy's shop is Street Toys in Juarez, Mexico. Street Toys built this incredible Viper Cuda.
let me see if Chewy would want it.
Meanwhile, Joe's decided on the thing he wants.
It's a good truck. I say it's a good truck. You use a little bit of oil.
How long has it been there?
Not 10 years.
Really?
No, not hardly.
1600 cc's.
A little 4-cylinder.
A little bit of fuel.
A little bit of gas.
So what do you think? Is it going to start? Joe took a chance, but he was happy now. Paid $2,000. Now let's take a look at the rest of the car to see how good this deal was.
This is a Volkswagen. It's a 73 Volkswagen Thing. It's called a Thing. In Mexico it's called a Safari, and that's what the name of it is, a Safari. But in reality, everybody calls it the Thing.
The interior is very Spartan. Joe took out the bucket seats. The upholstery costs $250. Joe said body is good. Floorboard had pitted areas, wasn't bad. He sanded it one day and painted it the next day, using white paint left over from another car. About $2,500 total, $2,000 to buy the car and $500 to fix it. Oh, and 1 week to do the job.
Where's the name of the thing on it?
I don't know that it has it. If you go on the internet and put Thing, this is what comes out. It's a convertible.
Well, when you got it, there were no like operating tables or anything like that.
No.
What's in there now?
I got it full of building material.
Okay, we're inside. Now remember what Bob said earlier.
That I was told that this is the building that they took the aliens, 2 bodies, to this building.
Oops, blocked off here. I turned back around, went down that front hallway and turned in this other door. So I'm all hyped up thinking, man, this is where they took the aliens back in 1947. I'm kind of disappointed, and then I'm thinking to myself, well, wait, were you expecting to see an alien laying on the floor over there they forgot to pick up, or maybe a picture of one on the wall in a frame? But there was this strange sound that I'd like for you to hear. When I walked outside, it was all quiet except for my footsteps. And then, all of a sudden, did you hear that drone? It's pretty strong. Listen. I think that what that is, or what it could be, is a signal from outer space. Because, you know, time doesn't mean nothing to those people up there. And they're still hunting. They're still hunting those aliens, their brethren. They're still hunting them. Just a few minutes have passed. All kidding aside, that sound kind of spooked me a little bit. Yeah, salvage yards are cool places to visit. Could have something to do with the thing. Only time I heard it all day, and then we left right after that.